Let's make egusi stew. I went to the market to buy tomatoes, and I was told that a pinter of tomatoes is being sold for 15,000 naira. How much is tomatoes in your area? Because it really shocked me. Like a pinter of tomatoes, 15,000 naira. Anyways, I decided to go back to my mother's kitchen. Okay, so yeah, today we're making egusi stew, and then into your pot you go in with your oil, and then you go in with your onions. Just allow the oil to heat up a bit, and then you go in with your onions. Just allow it stir it for some time and allow it cook for some minutes. You go in with your curry. The curry is just to make the onions flavorful. The oil, it will be so flavorful. So you just stir this for about few minutes. Just stir it for about a minute to 2 minutes so that the onion will turn to brown color. I didn't say it will burn, it will not burn, but let it change color a bit. As you can see, after that, then you go in with your tomatoes. Actually, I love doing this with fresh tomatoes, but fresh tomatoes seems to be very expensive. So if you don't have fresh tomato, you can use your tin or your sachet. Anyone, the person that counts this tomato really counts his life. So I went in with my tomatoes, and then you will have to fry this for some time because it used to have a sour taste. Yes, so the reason why we'll be frying it for some minutes is just to remove the sour taste. So when you go in with your tomato, if it's fresh tomato, then you don't really need to fry it that much because it does not really have its sour taste. All you have to do is just fry it to remove the water for some time. But if it's tin tomato or sachet tomato, please, you really have to take your time and fry it for a few minutes, just for it not to have a sour taste, so it doesn't give the food a sour taste. So as you can see, I already put in my tin tomatoes, and I'm trying my best to make sure that it doesn't give me that sour taste. So I will have to stir and fry this for at least 7 minutes, at least 5 to 7 minutes. If you cannot do up to that amount, you can also just fry it for as long as you want, less or more. It's up to you. So as you can see, it's already coming together. At least I'm already loving this texture. As you can see, it's already becoming nicer. Then I went in with my grinded egusi, grinded melon. For those that doesn't know what egusi is, this is melon, the normal melon that you use to prepare your soup. This melon, we use this in preparing soup. So this is what we are using to make this stew. We call it egusi. It's also known as melon. When you go in with your melon or your egusi, you also have to fry it. As you can see, I've not added water. I'm just trying to fry it with the tomatoes, groundnut oil, and onions. So you give this a proper mix. The reason is so that the egusi will not also come out tasting slapping. So all you have to do is just to fry it for a few minutes so that it will also come out nice. It will not also come out sour or tasting somehow. So you just have to do this, but you have to be strong because your hand, you have to turn it very well so that it doesn't get burnt. As you can see, that's why I did it like that. Then after some time, you go in with your stock fish, you go in with your meat stock, your fish, any protein you are using, your meat, your chicken, anything you have, your fish, you just go in with your meat stock. If you feel the water is not enough, no manner, you can add water till you get the desired consistency that you want. If you want it watery, you can pour the whole bucket. If you don't want it watery, you can just go in with a reasonable amount of water that you will use in making your stew. It's not soup, this is stew. You will use it for your rice. Yes. So as you can see, I already poured in my desired water. I didn't want it to be that watery, neither do I want it to be sticky, because if it becomes sticky, it becomes somehow. So the best thing is just for it to be on a normal level, not too watery, not too sticky. So as you can see, this is what I already have here. Then after you must have poured in your meat stock, you've already poured in the amount of water that you desire for your stew. Then the next thing you will do, pour everything, rinse if you wish. If you don't wish, you can also leave that part. And then the next thing is to cover this and allow it to boil for some minutes until you start perceiving the egusi aroma, the melon's aroma. When you start perceiving the aroma, then you come back to it, and then the next thing you will do is just to go in with your spice. anything that you feel like you want to use to cook this soup, this stew. Sorry, it's not soup, stew. So I went in with my curry, your thyme, your seasoning cubes, your salt, anything that you are using to make your stew to have a perfect taste. Please feel free to add it at this point. As you can see, it is boiling, so make sure you're adding your ingredients at this point. I've already added my salt, I've already added my curry sachets. I will also add my pepper and every other thing. So at this point, my Maggi I'm using in no chicken, no seasoning cubes. It's actually my best for now. So I will go in with it and then go in with every other thing that you're using to cook it. But please, this is Egusi, this is melon stew. It doesn't really need too much spice. Like, it doesn't really need plenty spice, because you will not even like the taste. Just everything should be at minimal. Please, I'm begging you, just cook it normal and you so much love it. It does not need all those sachet. So here I have my pepper. This pepper is a mixture of ginger and garlic. Yes, I do add ginger and garlic, and believe me, it used to give it a very nice taste. So as you can see, I've added my pepper, my ginger and my garlic. So after adding all your ingredients, everything that you want to cook this thing with, all you have to do is just to allow it boil. How you know that it's boiling very well is that you see that the oil is already on top. I went in with my crayfish here. So as you can see, the oil is already floating. That's how you know that the egusi, the melon, is actually coming together. It's actually being cooked very well. Once the oil is not on top, please allow it to boil very well so that you will get the desired taste that you want. So after I've added my crayfish, after adding everything, all you have to do is just to cover it and allow it to boil, so that all these ingredients will be very done, like the ginger and garlic, so that it doesn't have a bad taste to your food. It doesn't have bad taste. All you have to do is just to cover it and allow it boil, so that the taste will come out. Do you get? So after that, I went in with my fish. At this point, if you have fresh fish, you can go in with it. If you have dried fish, you can go in with it. Any kind of fish that you wish, is not must to. And then after, I added my scent leaf. This is scent leaf. If you follow this process step by step, believe you me, you will make a delicious stew for your family. You will make a delicious melon stew for you and your family. In this era that tomatoes is very expensive, this is what you can do and have a healthy meal. Do you understand? This is a healthy meal. So after you've went in with your scent leaf, all you have to do is just to cover it up and just boil it for, it should not even last up to 3 minutes, just so that the scent leaf will just bring out its own flavor and everything. Just boil it for just few minutes, very few minutes, and then guess what, your stew is ready. It will not even take you up to 30 minutes that you have to fry. Are you not liking this? Don't you like this? See the color, everything is looking so your stew is ready, and you can serve with your rice. For me, I do pair with vegetable, now, healthy living, healthy eating. So at this point, I'm done with my cooking. I'd love to see you in my next video. Do subscribe, like, drop your comments. If you'll be trying this, please, I would also like to know. Drop your comments. If you learned something, if you have a question, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video next time in this channel. Bye.